to college football. If you are broke, like me, this is about to make you feel even broker. Texas A&M. This your people. That's Tay-Tay people. Has fired their head coach after 6 seasons, Jimbo Fisher. I feel like, if you've ever seen Paid in Full, people get fired every day, B. People get fired every day, B. They fired me a couple weeks ago at my other job. People get fired every day, B. But people don't get fired and are owed $76 million. With an M, people. Texas A&M University, with the firing of Jimbo Fisher, will have to pay him the $76 million that is remaining on his contract. Oh, by the way, they fired another coach to sign Jimbo Fisher, Kevin Sumlin. They're still paying him as well. So Texas A&M was probably paying the upwards of $90 million, maybe $100 million, to coaches who are no longer there. It's clearly over $80 million. To coaches who are not even on campus. Talk about failing up. Some of y'all, like me, check engine light on. And they fired this joker and owe him 70. And get it, rightfully so. Their AD came out and said, well, we're making these changes because we feel like our program is supposed to be a relevant program nationally. Talking about their football program, and we're not. And some changes had to be made. Let me give you the record of Jimbo Fisher over his 6 seasons. 45-25 in that record. They even extended, they gave Jimbo an extension because some other schools were kind of like, hey, we want to come take him away like y'all took him away from Florida State. But in those 6 seasons, in that 45-25 record 6 season, he has 0 SEC championships. He has 0 10-win seasons. Has a couple 9-win seasons, but he has 0 10-win seasons. He has 0 SEC championships. He has 0 college football playoff appearances in that time. He has recruited 70. See, sometimes you think, well, Jesse, maybe it wasn't a talent disparity. No. Jimbo recruited 70 ESPN top 300 players. 70 top 300 players in the country. 4th most behind Ohio State, Alabama, and Georgia, all of which have appeared in at least one national championship game in that time frame. To add matters to that, because he had talent, in 2022, he had the #1 recruiting class in the country. Talk about failing up. So Jimbo, I don't know where Jimbo's going after this, but whatever the hell he's going, like just take a moment and think about that. Like, he got fired and is owed what they will probably have to pay 2 more coaches. I mean, the top coaches right now are getting paid $11 million a year. I think that's Nick Saban. $76 million that Texas A&M has to pay out to Jimbo Fisher. What an absolute failure. What an absolute failure by Texas A&M, Jimbo Fisher. But then now they're going to have to hire another coach. And you just can't, at Texas A&M in the SEC, where now you're about to add, and now with Texas and Oklahoma coming to the SEC, the new coach that you're going to have to hire, that's going to cost you an excess of probably somewhere, I don't know how you're going to break that down. 5 years, 4 years, 5 years. at least $20 to $30 million. So between the 76 that you owe Jimbo, you pay Kevin Sumlin a little bit over 10. That's 86. Now you're gonna have to pay. Your new head coach. That's gonna have to be the upwards of $100 million. And they're probably gonna. They're probably gonna Bobby Bonilla this thing. Cause 76. I don't care how. And the Texas A&M alum and boosters and all those folks. Oil must be good right now, Tay. Oil must be good right now. I know that we got some wars going on, but oil money must be good right now. Business is booming in the oil factory. Because for the alum to sign off on this, for the boosters to sign off on this, and now they got to come up with $76 million? That's tough. That's tough. And then now, who is the next candidate? I've heard Dan Lanning from Oregon. I've even heard a little bit of the Motor City fighting Dan Campbell. I don't think Dan Campbell's going to leave Detroit and come coach college football. Dan Campbell and college football don't seem like they go hand in hand. I know they have the tie with Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn because that's alum. But there's a lot that goes into coaching at the college level. It ain't just, in the NFL, I could just coach. I got scouts that scout. We put up the boards. We draft. We move on. I ain't got time to be worrying about some pimple-faced 18-year-old mom calling me and asking me why my kid's not playing. I don't have time to worry about did he go to class today or not. I don't have time to worry about are we eligible. I don't have time to worry about the rules and regulations. I don't have time to be in somebody's snot-nosed grandma living room trying to convince their kid that this is the best place for you to go. It's tough for Dan Campbell to want to do that now. Now, money, everyone has a price. Everyone has a price. Dan Campbell's making a little bit over $4 million in the National Football League. You smack a couple $100 bills in his face, say, hey, we're going to pay you $15 million in college. Might change a man's mind. I don't know. But whoever got the money in Texas A&M, can I hold a couple dollars? I just need to pay a credit card off. I need to get my check engine light off. And we good. Let your boy hold a couple dollars.